Yo, what's going on, everyone, and welcome to another installment of the Xfinity Championship mode here for the LTI. I almost messed that up. LTI Printing 250 at Michigan International Speedway, my home track, and we are racing as the GOAT of the Xfinity series, Justin Allgaier. And as you can see here, we are actually in a new scheme, the Precision Tank scheme with all the Suave, Hellman's sub-sponsors. This is actually one of his, I think, one of his more sleeker schemes. It's very chrome metallic-y looking. Goes hand in hand with with his brand throwback that he has. What up, kid? What up, Bassmaster? How you guys doing today? I am doing great. Thank you guys for asking. Like I said, this is my home track. I hopefully can carry off what I did yesterday with that walk-off win and go 2 in a row here. And this is a setup that I think we're going to do it with. I was actually looking up at the old... race that we had last season in NH4, and I think we have, well, definitely a lot better spot there. I think we have, I think we finished exactly 27th or something like that, and that was just with a bad pit call. So definitely that's something that we need to do and improve on there. He's not the GOAT, but oh no, what are you talking about? Justin Allgaier is the god amongst gods in Xfinity because he is my favorite driver, and in my eyes, he is the GOAT. And no, kid. Hello, man. Sorry, I was looking down at the gifted sub. Thank you so much, kid. Welcome back, man. 4 months, as I'm just hitting the grass right there. Oh man, I'm actually doing great. We actually had a real good day, a busy day. I'll tell you what. My day at work was that's what my sister always says. Whenever she has a long day, she's always just like, oh, it was exhausting, and I want to use that for a segment. It was exhausting. Like not necessarily bad though. Busy does not always equal bad. It's just as we get to Thanksgiving, we are getting closer and closer to just the busy season. Holidays have already all started. I mean, Halloween was like, God, weird to think that Halloween was already just 2 weeks ago, and now here we are in like a week away from Thanksgiving. Oh man. But yeah, this is my home track, so hopefully we can get a good finish. Definitely not representative of last season with 27th. A 39 flat, that's actually pretty good. Not for 13th. There we go. What up, TA? How you doing today? Lewis Hamilton goaded his way to his 7th world title. Oh my God. We were talking about that yesterday, as the 2 Fords are on the front row. Of course they are. We were talking about that yesterday. Formula One was seriously, it was actually a banger to watch. I was watching it on tape delay, and oh my goodness, oh my God, it was just phenomenal stuff. You hanging up? Well, man, just in time. Here we are. Qualified P13, moving on up to P12. I definitely think we have a good race. So let's just get straight into this thing. I thought Lance Stroll was gonna go and just straight up dominate that race. He did for like the first part, but then Lance Stroll had to Lance Stroll and decide, you know what, I'm not going to. All right, TA, welcome. So redeeming 2,000 points. So what do you want? What's the topic for today? I say he'll win his 8th next year. Well, if he even stays, that's a rumor that we were talking about yesterday. That I mean, he may not even stay. Oh, and of course, Chad, like I said, since my game is glitched, I talked about that yesterday. I will have to keep track of points myself. So we're gonna actually be doing like this little segment called, every new stream after this. How quickly can we wreck Riley Herbst? So yeah, the year 1730. Oh my God, I feel like that 1730. The first thing that comes to mind is Pirates, but I'm not entirely exact on dates. 1730. Hell's bells. Man, you're really putting me in a bind here. Like literally, the first thing that comes to mind is something pirate related. But like, even then, I'm not 100% on exactly when most of that stuff. He was my favorite F1 driver until. Whoa, you're saying you don't support that? Bass? Ooh, that's a bold statement here. Wow. That's a bold statement. Not to get political or anything. We're not even going to talk about that. Okay. Anyway, moving on. But no, Lewis Hamilton is, like, what he does on and off track is seriously worthy of praise. I mean, like, I mean, ooh, Harrison, you can't just do that, man. Yeah, we're not going to get political. That was, Alright, well, we're not going to get political at all. We're going to just nip that in the bud and just not talk about that. Alright, well. Anyway. Moving on. So, yeah. Yeah, Lewis Hamilton winning his 7th title yesterday. Literally a record-tying event. I think he is going to be... Well, I mean, obviously he's going to go in the Hall of Fame. Without even a question. But TA, I'm sorry, you got to give me something a little more specific besides the year 1730. I mean, like I said, something pirate related is like the first thing that comes to mind. But I don't want to give exact dates or be like, oh no, actually this isn't the thing that I was talking about. I was wrong. You know, I don't want to give false information. 1730 though. Dang, I'm sorry, TA. Unless you guys can come up with a history fact from 1730. The Geneva Convention? Okay. I can come up with a fact for the Geneva Convention. There's still countries to this very day that have not even signed the Geneva Accords. Not everyone has the same belief structure when it comes to war crimes. So the Geneva Accords, though, have come up and in many different parts, especially during genocides. So having that in mind puts you in perspective the different cultures that some people believe. Wall check. Don't worry, Josh Blake. I just want to give you the spot away. I saw F1's Instagram post and they forgot Jimmy John. Well, did they do something with that? Did they do something with like 7 times, or was it only Formula 1 related? Because if it's only Formula 1 related, you know they're not going to. They're only going to worry about Formula 1 stuff, which is just him and Schumacher. Which, to be fair, is completely warranted. Bassmaster coming in with a hit against Junior Nation, saying that Chase Elliott's already a better driver than Dale. Oh my god, I keep doing that to Josh, but he doesn't deserve that. Is already a better driver than Dale Jr. Man, Junior Nation, rise up. What? I mean, you're not wrong, but the ability to win a championship does not define greatness. I mean, you can win like a crap ton of races and not win a championship. Like Denny, like he's a great driver. Yes, he's just, but winning a championship does not mean automatically that you're better than one. Oh, they did all of it? Okay, then yeah. If they did every motorsport, then yes, they forgot about Jimmy Jam. I'm about to say, if it was just F1 though, it's completely warranted that they forgot, because then it just would be him and Schumacher.
All clear.
Oh my god. So here is a, I feel like, Chad, what is, man, I can't talk right now. I keep getting a frog in my throat every time I wanted to say something, so like I just awkwardly clear my throat. Let's see here. Badflash saying, has Kyle Busch defined greatness? No, he's not defined it, no. The person to define greatness is not a person. It's what they do amongst their other competition. Kyle Busch has not defined greatness. He's a great driver, and he is among the greats, but he has not defined greatness. That's a very bold statement to say. No. If you ask me, the person that defines greatness when it comes to NASCAR probably is Richard Petty. I mean, Richard Petty, you know, King Richard himself, is probably the person that defines who is and is not a great driver. I mean, that's just what we usually base it on. More often than not, I mean, probably in a modern take, we compare ourselves to, you know, the sports legends. So, like, him, Dale Earnhardt, when it comes to just overall track knowledge. I'm going to need to tighten this thing up. I'm starting to get a little loose. Dude signed autographs for everyone? Dude, right? Exactly. I don't know about in a row. I think he will definitely be a multi-time champion there, kid. But in a row, though, you can't really predict it. Like, who would have thought that Jimmy Johnson would go and win 5 in a row? You know, that was unheard of. It can be done. I'm not saying it can be done, but, like, I don't know. So where the actual F is John Hunter Nemechek going? Yes, that was actually a thing that we have some silly season news, chat. John Hunter Nemechek has announced that he is leaving front row and currently with no actual ride set up. Nothing has come to light that he is moving anywhere. So rumor mill's flying around that he's going to be going to Spire. No, sorry, that's Corey LaJoie. Corey LaJoie supposedly is going to go to Spire. John Hunter, probably. Shoot, I don't know. That is a good question. What are you talking about? Joe Gibbs had a great year. Like, especially on both sides when it came to Xfinity and Cup. It wasn't the best. It wasn't a championship year, but like, definitely looked better than Hendrick. But then that means if they go to the 32, he's going part-time, which I know he isn't going to. He is going to be full-time next season. Because remember, Go Fast is going part-time. I feel like, I don't know, because Hendrick is gone. Unless something opens up in another major organization, I can't see him going to, like, it would have to be like a downward move, like Spire or something like that. I mean, like, but that's supposedly where Corey LaJoie's going. Chad, where do you think he's going to go? Roush, I mean, potentially. I mean, but I can't see Chris Buescher going anywhere. They already said that JTG Doherty is sticking with Ryan Preece. So most likely that ride's locked up. I mean, unless like Stenhouse goes somewhere. You guys really think Spire? Well, then where do you think Corey LaJoie goes then? Because the rumor mill is saying that he's the one that's going to Spire. Rick Ware Racing. Well, actually, if you recall, Rick Ware Racing's actually going full-time in Xfinity next season. Do you think maybe he would drop back down to Xfinity for Rick Ware? Is that ever in the cards? No, you think LaJoie to Spire? Okay. Now, where do you think then John Hunter's going? Who is that? Is that Austin Cindric? Oh, that is Austin Cindric. Man, this track's so big. This track's so big that, like, can you imagine actually going to this race and then you see, what, a second between Riley, a second between myself and Austin Cindric, and then you have 3 seconds back to Jesse Little, and then like a quarter of the track back to like everyone else. I mean, I don't know. I think I don't know. That's a tough one. John Hunter, I feel like, is staying in Cup. Corey, I feel like, if anything, it may. I don't know. I definitely feel like Ty Dillon's moving back down to Xfinity. Ty is, I think, going to be an RCR Xfinity, and he's going to be an Xfinity gatekeeper for the rest of his career. But that's just a hot take as well. Family team in a to-be-decided series. 32 or other Spire car because they're going to. Okay. I mean, like I said, I definitely feel like Rick Ware also is an option as well, because I just feel like, because someone has to drive that shit box of a car in Xfinity, you know? That number 17 Ford Mustang, the old style that actually says Mustang, has to drive itself, which is, so unfortunate that, Xfinity has so many like lower funded teams and then only like a handful of good ones, That's the unfortunate thing. I went to look, I say John Hunter goes to the 18. No, Daniel Hemrick's already confirmed for that ride. Remember, Daniel Hemrick has been confirmed to go to the 18 full-time for Gibbs, as well as it was announced today that Jeb Burton's taken over for the 10 in Colleague. A little bit of wall check right there. A little bit of wall check in my life. A little bit of grass to my side. A little bit of brick dust is what I need. The 13. Who drives the 13? I don't even know unless like the 13 is like a very like low funded team. I don't know. I guess we'll just have to see when it comes to John Hunter. I mean, unless he's gonna drive for Nemco in trucks full time, but I highly doubt he's gonna do that. Well, no, the 13's not a thing anymore. Bassmaster, remember, the 13's not a, it's not an actual team. That's, the 13 is essentially now 2311. Like, I thought you were talking about Xfinity. I'm just like, I don't recall anyone in the 13 Xfinity. Moffitt to the 32? Dude. Moffitt's already confirmed for our motorsports in the O2. I'm so looking forward to that. I am so looking forward to, as much as I'm talking about how little competition there is in Xfinity. I love Xfinity. I love Xfinity so much. There is so many roster changes. All right, so kid, let me just kind of set the record straight. So the 13 and 32. Okay, sorry. Restart. The 13 and 95 are shutting down for Cup. This is for Cup only so far. Replacing the 13 is the 23 for 2311 Motorsports. Okay, you know, Michael Jordan team. Currently, no charter has replaced the 95 for Levine. All right. The 32 team, you know, Go Fast is going part-time. However, Spire is picking up a second car to go full-time. And then you also have the new team on the block, in conjunction with 2311, Trackhouse Motorsports, ran by Justin Marks. And that is where Daniel Suarez is racing. 32 is going part-time, yes. And we, currently they have not put away their plans yet. However, we think that it is going to be the super speedways as well as the short tracks, because, you know, it's easier to get a bigger payout on those tracks. And why do you not want them to win the Daytona 500 next year? Kid, are you do you have any questions about the roster changes for Cup? Because I can tell you the drivers for them. Because then after that we can go to Xfinity and I can tell you the changes for Xfinity. Because I'm actually really excited for Jet Burton. Like, ooh, interesting. Man, why does that always happen? Like, we always have a caution right before we go into green flag pit stops. And Michael Annett, of all people, is out of this race. Sucks to suck. That is our only competition in the points. Dang. Well, I mean, it sucks that he's our teammate, but it's awesome that we can get a title from this. Who knows? This could be our big chance in order to go here. All right. I think Juan Newman, because it's the race that almost took his life last year. Well, it would be poetic justice, yes, if that were to happen. Hopefully. I mean, like, that would be the case. But yeah, no, I agree with you. Let's see here. Okay, so the driver changes. Nothing major. So, like, Hendrick, obviously, we are looking at Larson back into the 5, and he's joining Hendrick. Bowman moves laterally from the 88 to the 48, and with the 88 going to be shutting down. The 88 is now the 5, essentially. After that, we move to Joe Gibbs, where the only driver change there is Eric Jones out and Christopher Bell in. After that, we go to Stuart Haas, where Clint Boyer retires and Chase Briscoe takes a spot. And then to the midfield teams, to back markers, we know that with the 32 going part-time, Corey LaJoie has to go somewhere. Currently, we don't know his ride. We're only speculating. 2311, you know, Bubba Wallace is going to take that number 23 ride. And we also have to replace him in Petty Motorsports is going to be Eric Jones. Then we also have the newcomer with Trackhouse being Daniel Suarez. Now, we don't know the plans for the old team, you know. We don't know the plans for... God, what was Daniel Suarez? Help me out here, chat. What was Daniel Suarez's old team? I'm sorry, I'm completely drawing a mental blank. I have no idea why, but like I just can't think of it right now. It wasn't Starcom, that's 00. God, shoot. Yeah, Gone Bros, thank you. We don't know what they're doing. We don't know if they're running part-time, oh my god, what am I, 5? Part-time or full-time. We just know that Daniel Suarez is out of that ride and in with Trackhouse. We also have Spire, you know, rising in 2 cars. They are going to be driving the 77 and then most likely the 15. Because of that, we don't know who any of their drivers are going to be. There's only speculation. And then last but not least, with Front Row, John Hunter Nemechek just now, today, has said that he is not coming back to the team. So speculation on who's going to take that ride. No, 2311 is going to be a 1-car operation this year. They've already confirmed it. They said for the future they're going to look into they're going to look into that because Spire had that old charter and they ran that in 2018. Back when Ross, he was with Spire at that point. Because the number 77 was Spire, and then they had the 15 in 2018. That's your hot take with like literally 0.1% of actually happening. But I appreciate the entertainment though. So kid, does that make sense though? You guys are my students and I am explaining the NASCAR driver roster changes for 2021. Class is now in session. Okay, John Hermanchuk runs part-time in the 32 and LaJoy goes to the 38. I mean, that can happen. I mean, then, oh man, I just don't know if John, I don't think he even wants to run part-time. He wants to be full-time because apart from like his mediocre equipment, he was given Cole Custer, he was given the rookie battle hell. He was pulling off some good finishes and putting that number 38 where the sun don't shine. If the 78 comes back, it'll be through 2311, maybe. If the 78 comes back, it's probably going to be bought from a lower tier team. In fact, I'm pretty sure I saw it run a couple times, but I could be mistaken. That could have been an Xfinity. I can't recall what series it was. Chad, if you guys know off the top of your heads, have you seen the 78 run Cup? Because if not, I'm definitely thinking of it in Xfinity. Then where the hell does he go? Exactly, that's the question. I'm pretty sure we are sticking with, we're going with the notion that John Hunter wants to run full-time, so either he drops to Spire, you know, which I don't know why he would do, or there is an unexpected driver change that wasn't a part of the cards. Oh yeah, that's right, BJ McLeod. Exactly. Yeah, you're right. You're right. It's in the game. It's in the game. And I totally forgot about that. TA, this is why I keep you around. You are my right hand because my left doesn't know what it's talking about. My left hand tells me things, and you are the person that just tells the left hand to shut up and just do your job. Thank you, TA. Gold star, and your name gets put on the recommendation board. How could I have been so misguided? I can't believe I actually blanked on that. Rip. Here I am playing this game every day, and I didn't even realize that. Oh yeah, BJ McLeod was in the 78. All right, but no, you guys ready for the Xfinity roster changes? Dude, kid, you are on a roll with the gifted subs, man. Thank you so much. Welcome back to the sub club, man. Welcome back to the sub club, TA. And there's your gold. Well, now technically, not your gold star, but your gold, your golden flag for how many months you've been subbed. It's not a star, but it's close enough. So yeah, who's ready for the Xfinity driver changes? Because I'm ready for the Xfinity driver changes. So Joe Gibbs, Riley Earps is out. Daniel Hemrick is in full-time. Now, most likely for the All-Star car that they were talking about, that's going to be the 54, most likely. Hemrick shot, oh my god, that's another thing. Daniel Hemrick, I've said this before, this is a make or break year for him. If he cannot win in JGR equipment, his career is done. He is done and dusted in the top 2 levels. And he, if anything, it may go back to trucks for him. I'm still trying to get my head around a couple, so well, let's hear it. Oh, kid, what are you confused about? Help me help you. What are you confused about? I know Racing Reference can... Actually, no, not Racing Reference. Jski. If you go to jski.com, there should be an entire tab for 2021 silly season. I could be mistaken, though. But Jski's usually keeps up to date on that, in that regard. It has like a team list and who's driving for who, based on recent announcements, and it should be updated. What up, Neil? How you doing today? I think if he finishes inside the top 10 in points, he's okay. Well, still, top 10 in points is basically a guarantee if you're in JGR. If you're in JGR equipment, Joe Gibbs, with how stiff and the Toyota driving development program is coming up through the ranks, there is like little room for error. Like Christian Eckes, Rafael Assar, Chandler Smith coming up through the ranks. I mean, Toyota is in a very tough bind in order to hold on to talent, you know? They're rising through the ranks too quickly, and there's not enough rides. You know, Joe Gibbs is not going to just throw out a Martin Truex Jr., throw out Denny Hamlin in order to field a young up-and-comer on the chance that, you know, they're going to be doing well. When the tomfoolery is John Hunter Nemechek doing? Either, okay, long story short, John Hunter Nemechek already has something lined up for 2021. He just hasn't announced it yet, or he's betting on himself to get out of front row, or there's 3 options, or he got axed, and he's just like, you know what, you can't fire me, I quit, you know, stuff like that. It could be one of those, any one of those 3 options. Like, he left on his own accord, he was forced out, or he got fired, but before they could make an actual, like, saying that he's been fired, he was just like, well, you know what, I'm just gonna quit, you know? I don't know, like, sponsorship, I'm not entirely sure why they would fire him. I'm just saying, it's just an option, though. It's a theory flying around. Because, you know, Front Row is dying for sponsorship. You know, they bought up the old BK Racing. They thought they would get free advertising out of Burger King, but look what happened. You need to stay until Newman retires in order to go to Roush. I mean, even then, like, I can't imagine they're gonna throw out. Well, Newman's already confirmed to be back in the ride next season. Busher is already confirmed to be back in the ride next season. He's not going to Roush. Unless they open up another new car, which I don't see happening. But, you know, I've been wrong before, so. I'm going to lock low right here. Did I just run the same lap time twice in a row? I honestly don't know what John Hunter is doing. I'm just making speculations based on what I've seen in the past. And it could be like anything. God, Brandon Jones is so good to the side of the corner, and I just dripped up so much.
Stay up against the wall. Stay high.
It's like I have a better top speed.
Got a headlight out on your bumper.
I think they should go to a 3-car operation. Bring back the 16. Bring back the 16. Call in Ryan Reed. Oh, bring back the 29. Ooh, that's an even bigger throwback. God, does anyone remember Ryan Reed? What is Gone doing? We were just talking about that. We don't know. We don't know what they're doing. They could be going part-time. They could be going full-time. We've heard jack and shit from Gone Bros. I got the throttle way too soon. But no, I was about to be like, you know, bring back Ryan Reed. God, you know, as much as Ryan Reed was, you know, talked about for how little he did, I think having... He was basically like a Michael in that. He brought sponsorship and had somewhat decent finishes. Welcome back, Bassmaster. I almost said Massmaster. I'm just like, that's not right. Who's going to sponsor RPM? Well, it looks like they're back to Victory Junction because it's already been announced that Eric Jones is bringing the whopping number of 0 sponsorship dollars to the team. RPM, Richard Petty Motorsports. Out of curiosity, I just want to make sure, just a quick stream check, make sure everything is all hunky and dory. Give me 1 hot second. I'm just going to pause it just real quick. Da, 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 da. Da, da, da. Let me serenade you, chat. Alright, cool, we're good. Like I said, I just wanted to make sure that we weren't like pixelating or anything like that. Like I said, sorry about that. Sorry to break your immersion, but we are back now. I feel like they're about to swirl down the merger train choo-choo. Wait, and wait, who is merging with who? I would figure that he would bring DeWalt. Maybe. Well, the thing is, Sports Clips is a JGR affiliate now. Because if you recall, Matt Kenseth had Sport Clips as well. you're like RPM's gonna merge. Well, they already get their engines from not Ganassi, RCR, and I think, well, and you know, Hendrick, the Hendrick engine program is already merged with the RCR engine program to make what, I forget the exact name for it, but it's like HMS with ECR. You know, that's their engine provider. Midway check. We have 69 laps to go. Nice. Fitting. Because, no, what are you talking about? We have, don't want to get on the apron there. We're not even close to midway. Well, I mean, okay, well, let me rephrase that. We are close to midway. We're 10 laps away. God, and you can tell that I am a short run car, not a long run. They're going to initiate the merger train with RCR and then Roush and then Ganassi, and then Diane absorbed into a 2311 car. That sounds like someone that we're going to be talking about in 10 years. Be like the sad, sad fate of this one lone NASCAR team. God, remember in NASCAR Heat 3, if you would get on the apron, that would have been a wipeout. Chad, do you guys remember that? How literally every apron in NASCAR Heat 3 was ice. There was no grip down there. Chad, do you guys remember that? Because that was not fun. Where literally, if I were to do this, that would have spun me out right there. Just that little tap would have spun me out. Which I hope they don't do. I hope RCR doesn't merge with RPM, because RPM's iconic, you know? RPM is the team that still fosters the king himself's name, you know? The race would have ended right there. We still would have been P5. I wonder what team is in the next call. Kid immediately just expired. She'll just be like, there's a new King Richard now. You're just like, fine, I'll do it myself. And then he's gonna pull Tyler Reddick to 7 championships and leave his own grandson in the dust. God, I still remember 2018 Fall Texas driver introductions when it was announced not the week before, it was like several days before that Daniel Hemrick will be leaving the team in regards for Tyler Reddick to join. And the driver intro was literally just like, and driving the number 8 Caterpillar car, we have Daniel, middle name, wishes his last name was Dylan Hemrick. And the entire crowd was just like, ooh. And me watching that was just like, ooh. Split chat mentioned down the middle.
Alright, clear low. By himself.
The new cars sound like pro stock in drag racing. Is that a bad thing? I actually don't watch drag racing. Is that a good or bad thing? You're actually at that race? Well, hey, 42nd flat exactly. Dang, that's impressive. Let's see if we can do the same thing twice. I know I've tried doing this before, where I try to do the same exact lap twice and it's failed because I've been trying to do it. It just happens naturally, so... Alright, Josh, well, yeah, I guess you're just going to get held up by Matt Mills here.
Right side's clear. All clear.
It's kind of good slash bad, so it's like a very neutral thing. Gotcha.
Half down, half
Oh, I
to
was
go.
close. I was 15 one-thousandths away. Okay, hang on. I know what I must do. Just nice and smooth. Just do that. Drift on up. Jermaine was eventually going to go away because Geico wasn't staying forever. Oh, them saying that Geico was backing out was the nail in the coffin. You know that Geico is the main source of income for that team. Let's see what this time is. Ah, it was actually quicker than a 40. Man, damn it. The only time you'll hear a person be like, ah, damn it, I did faster than what I wanted. You need to slow down. Oh, dang, we're going to be pitting here soon. I just now realized that we have 3 laps on the clock. Shoot, okay, alright. It's bad when your TV, wait, okay, come on, chat, rewind it. Did I just run the same lap twice? I feel like I did. Was that a 937? Twice? It's bad when your TV time comes from Rex. Oh yeah, I know. That's like all of, oh my god, why do I say that? Rick Ware, right there. Alright, so yeah, we're gonna be pitting this time. So 59 to go. Now, we are past halfway. So chat, here's a question from me to you as our teammate just ever so gently decides to, you know what, we're gonna just approach him and just try to use our intimidate button to get him loose.
In front of you. Slow it down. He's gonna be pitting. All clear.
Alright, this time.
We're in on fuel window. Let's pit for gas. Outside. Back it down.
There we go. I don't know why it suddenly like jostles you to the left like that. Alright, so chat, for anyone that's new around here, question of the day is a question I like to ask you guys in chat. It's just a fun little question that can either be about racing or just in general. So chat, here is the question of the day. What is a story that you tell people that is true, but no one believes it is true? Because I got one, and it's a story that I have. It's gonna take a little bit in order to tell this story, so I want to hear your guys' response. Essentially, I'm not telling you guys to say the entire story, but like summarize it in a sentence, like an example. Like, you know how Woody in Toy Story says, "Oh, there's a snake in my boot." Well, one time a snake was actually in my boot, you know, like stuff like that. And no one's gonna be like, "Oh no, it wasn't. You're just making that up," you know.
Any car just ahead.
All right. Well, if you guys want me to go first, this is a bit of a long one, so Chase Briscoe decides to just okay. It's a bit of a long one, so strap in, chat.
All clear, no pressure from behind.
To kind of give an example of what I'm talking about, this happened in 2016. I think I told you guys this before. I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh, you know? So 2016, 5 years ago at this point, so I was 20, it was like right before I turned 21. I was 20 at the time. and we are at nationals. How Yu-Gi-Oh works is there's a set of competitive tournaments that if you do well enough, you get invited to nationals, and you compete against the country's best players, essentially. So we were there, and we were invited. At this point, this was in Pittsburgh, and we did awful. My group friends, we just did awful. Tournament was a 2-day tournament, from Saturday and Sunday, and so Saturday just sucked. You know, we did awful. Sunday we go in just to trade cards and just have a good time. So this is all taking place in the David L. Lawrence Convention Center. And if you've never been to the convention center, it's set up like if you go up the escalators, there is a convention hall to the left and a convention hall on the right. The Yu-Gi-Oh one was in the one on the right, and a Supernatural convention was on the left. Okay? So Sunday rolls around, you know, we're just trading, having a good time, and we were just sitting in the middle of both of them. So there was a little conjoining hallway where you can actually be in the middle of both of them, and the Supernatural convention lets out. All the day's events are done. The Supernatural is, you know, a TV show that I think is on its final season right now. It's actually, but it garnered a massive fan base. So the Supernatural convention lets out, and there is this girl that walks up to us, and you know, we were trading amongst people, and they leave, and eventually it's just myself and my 2 other friends. She walks up to us and was just like, "Oh yeah, so how is the Yu-Gi-Oh convention?" And I'm just looking at this like, "Oh, what? How did this? Oh, okay. Well, that's rather nice." And we all just like, "Oh, you know, it was all right. We didn't do too well though. You know, just being nice." And me, you know, just wanted to be polite because she asked us about how our experience was. I'm just like, "Well, how was the Supernatural convention going?" She goes, "Well," and then just crisscross applesauces right in front of us, and goes in and it just goes in, just goes on this long story about how she goes in and goes to every single Supernatural convention countrywide and spends thousands and thousands of dollars each time they go to a different city, just because she's a hardcore fan. Spends all this money on merchandise, autograph signings, special VIP sessions to meet the actors and all that, and just over the heads, like crazy fan levels of like, oh man, like, what is going on here? So this, what I thought was going to turn into like a 5-minute conversation, turns into a 45-minute conversation, where literally we are just listening to the ramblings of an insane woman as she goes, and just to give you a taste of what I was talking about, guys, it was like literally just like we were just flipping through our trade binders, and was going in, and she just pointed to a random page. She was like, "How much does this page worth?" And we were just like, "Oh, well, I mean, it's probably worth maybe like about like $75. She was just like, "Huh, really? I spend that much on Supernatural merchandise on the daily, you know, stuff like that," because she's making herself sound superior. And we're just like, okay, you know, this is not going to go anywhere. We do that awkward, try to stand up in order to try to leave, and it doesn't work. She keeps following us to tell us about how, now this is the part that people don't believe, but I swear to God actually happened. She tells us that her day job is a taxidermist. Okay? If you don't know what a taxidermist is, essentially you stuff dead animals and put them on make them into like little statuettes, or make them into floor rugs or something as a decoration. But you take dead animals and turn them into decorations. And she was telling us that's her day job. And her side hustle that she does on the side, it was just like to dress. Her specialty was squirrels, dead squirrels, up as the supernatural characters. And her newest hobby, each time that she would go to a supernatural convention, would be to make the actors interact with the characters that they are supposed to be. She's gotten banned from a couple of conventions for all this time.
You're clear.
She was just like, well, and the next one, because this happens in July, the next one I'm going to, which is in August, I'm going to make, whatever Dean's actor is, I don't know. There's a character in the show named Dean, I don't know who it actually is. I'm going to make him kiss it. I'm going to make him kiss this squirrel. And we're just like, okay, we're out. So we just go up and we're just like, oh man, you know, we really flew in here. We flew in and we're gonna miss our flight. We gotta get to the airport. And she was just like, oh, okay, well, sorry to hold you guys up. Here, take me some of my business cards. And she gives us these business cards. On the front is her taxidermy business, a phone number, address, and all that. And on the back is her supernatural side hustle. So if you ever wanted to get a supernatural stuffed squirrel dressed as a character, that's who you would call. But if you just want a regular taxidermist, it's on the front. And I swear to God, Chad, this story actually happened because we tried to turn down the business cards at first. We were just like, oh, no, thanks. We appreciate the offer. And she's just like, take it. And I'm just like, oh, okay, you know what? I don't want to be her newest creation, so we decided to take it. And I swear to God, Chad, this story actually happened. And people, whenever I tell this story, people don't believe me. To this day, amongst my friend group, we have told this story many times, and we have dubbed this girl Squirrel Girl. I need to find. I think I lost my my business card that she gave me, but I know my friend has it. And if I can ever find it, I will post it on my Twitter because I swear to God, this story actually happened.
Careful, still there.
So that's the kind of story that I'm talking about. What's a story that you've had in your life that is true, but every time you tell it, it makes people don't believe that it actually happened? It's like, no, that didn't actually happen. Like meeting Obama in a local Kroger, you know? Oh yeah, so I was just going and buying milk and eggs, and all of a sudden Obama walks in, you know, stuff like that, you know? It's something that's so unbelievable, but it's true. That was my question of the day. And now that you've listened to Private Patton's story time, thank you all for coming. What'd you guys think of the story? Because I swear to God it's true. I swear to God it's true. I wish I could find what I did with the business card. She sounds like a blue-haired Emily. What is that? What is that? I feel like that is a really that it sounds like an insult. Actually, he made 2 speeches at the Kroger on the Virginia side of town where I'm from. I'm just saying, like, stuff like that, you know, he just walks in, like, yeah, I was just buying milk and eggs from the local Kroger. All of a sudden, Obama walks in, and he just kicks me in the nuts and just leaves, like, no one's ever gonna believe you. And he just runs out. Like, yeah, I'm not gonna believe that story if I hear that, you know? A blue-haired woman named Emily sounds very beautiful. Oh, wall check. But yeah, no, like this, the thing is, there's technically a part 2 to that story. There was a convention in Columbus that I just went to because I had the weekend off, and a friend of mine wanted to go to this convention as well, so we drove down there. This was in Columbus, and we were just kind of walking around, and who do we see setting up a Supernatural convention booth? And that's it. Turn Briscoe? No, we're not going to do that. If we can even catch him, I don't think we even catch him at this point.
Stay to your left.
We have something planned for next week, chat. We literally since our game's not registering anything that we do, if I were to turn off my system after this race and boot it back up, it's going to register that this race never happened. So that's why we're going to keep track of points ourselves. I'm going to be streaming every race that we do, and it's just going to be a wreck fest. I mean, we're gonna be like a torpedo. It's gonna be a series called "How quickly can we turn Riley Herbst? How quickly can we wreck him?" But no, Chad, do you believe my story? I think you need to pit 10 laps before the end if there is a caution. You are correct. And at that point, we just take 2 tires. If a caution comes out now, we can make it to the end. No sweat. No sweat. What up, Titans? Long time no see, my guy. But no, I swear to God, that story's true. I mean, just people don't believe me when I say it. It's oh, okay. Also, okay. Well, then how about this? Here's a simpler question. Not to go into a huge thing. It sounds like a believable story. Well, people don't believe it. It's just it's something that just sounds so insane that it can't actually be true. Here's another one. What's the most insulting thing that can be said to you? Here's my example. Again, the question is, what is the most insulting thing that can be said to you? Finally made a Pro League event? Got robbed last year? Dude! I actually had to skip out on this one, because I was looking at the race times, I'm just damn, I work on all of those times. So there's no point in me doing it. But no, congrats, man, how'd you do? But my question, going back to my question though, literally just today, I was just talking about my high school alma mater, and I'm just oh yeah, I graduated from this school, and the person I was talking to was just oh really, I actually graduated from right down the street. I'm just oh really, small world. I'm just oh yeah, and then I went on to get my bachelor's and master's, and you're just and he looked at me, just kind of cocked his head a little bit, and was just you did not get your master's. I'm just I kind of do that sideways. I look and just yeah, I did. I have a master's degree, and he just looked at me, just no, you don't. I'm just yeah, I do. And to me, that was the most insulting thing, is that a person did not believe me when I said I have a master's. Do I look dumb to you? Because apparently I look dumb. We did have one about 3 or 4 years ago. This is Bassmaster saying this. There's a furniture shop called Gallery Furniture. We went there, and they actually had a Jeff Gordon, Winston Cup Series car. Dude, that sounds awesome. I want to go to that. Race is Sunday. Hopefully it'll go good. There you go. I'll be pulling for you, Titans. You got this, bud. That's seriously messed up. Exactly. That's my point. That to me is the most insulting thing that can be said to me, is that apparently just looking at me, I'm just yeah, apparently I'm dumb, Hit him with that hard T. Got hit with that hard T. Oh man, oof. I don't know. Any slur with like a hard consonant is extremely. That's when you really say that with spite. But no, that's okay. But that's what I'm talking about. Like that to me is the most insulting thing, and that's why like that was like my secondary question of the day because like I said, that just happened today. I'm just like ugh. But you know, this like whatever. People are assholes, so I just kind of live and let learn. I have a question for you in chat. Neil saying this. What is one thing that someone can do that would piss you off the quickest? Well, I feel like that question goes hand in hand. You know, like what's the most insulting thing? What would piss you off the quickest? For me, someone questioning that I have a master's. Actually, no. That is up there, but definitely for me, I feel like. God, this is gonna sound so stupid, but I swear this is something that actually irritates me. Is again, I know how this sounds. Is a person that puts the toilet paper not so like when you roll it, you're rolling from the top, but it rolls from the bottom. Anyone that rolls from the bottom is wrong, and that's something I get. Like, I will throw some hands if someone puts the toilet paper upside down. Kid saying I got a ride from Bill and Ellie at Evergreen, dude. That again, I believe every story that you guys tell me. Like, you guys have given me no reason not to believe anything. That sounds awesome, there, kid.
Still there. Clear left.
To say to me that my family is a waste in this world. Oh yeah, that would also set me off. Like, no, you don't insult people like that. I will fight you over that. I agree with you, but I'm so mad about toilet paper that rolls from the bottom. Hang on here 1 second. Let me get this turn right here. I have to check up here for Chad Fincham because of course we do. Oh, Jeremy Clark's decided just to take the high road here.
Still there. All right, you're clear.
I'm prepared to fight you anyway. But no, I'm just saying, like, that would... Ugh. Anyone that rolls toilet paper from the bottom is just wrong. Like, there is a correct answer to do this, and that is not the way. Like, again, I know it sounds stupid. It sounds stupid and dumb, and that you shouldn't get mad over it, but I'm just like... No. What makes me the most mad is I don't have one for that either. Dang! It must be a really... He tried to get a break there. I didn't know what lane Jeffrey Earnhardt was going into. And he decides to... Yeah, it is an entire top of the track, my guy. You're like an entire lap down. You can kind of give me a little more room, but, you know, whatever. Good Gaming says, interesting fact about me as Riley Herbst gets our inside right here. Good, a little loose. When I get my eyes turn dark green, and when I get super pissed, my eyes turn black. Man, that sounds edgy as shit.
You're all clear on the bottom. Got a car coming inside now.
That sounds like something that, like, if I were to see that, I'm just like, oh, you know, don't mess with this guy, you know? I wouldn't want to see that in a dark alley. Waiting to beat me up after I insulted your family, you know? Like, I wouldn't want to be that guy. So, that's what I'm saying. Riley Earps has beat me before. He actually stole a win from me away at Atlanta one time. I was actually really mad about that. I was joking about it. It's like, oh, there's no way Riley was gonna beat me, and it did happen. I'm just like, oh, well, okay.
Right side clear.
Chat, so here's a question. Actually, no, I lied. Never mind, there is no question here. I lied. We have 20 laps to go. There's no way we're taking 2 tires. That is absolutely the incorrect. That's the incorrect answer to this. Never mind. No strategy answer. You're getting beat by Harrison Pert. Oh my god. Dude, that sounds like... It sounds like someone's persona. It's like, I roleplay as Harrison Pert. Yeah, rival insulted my dad, and I guess he effed up. Yeah, 1 second here. I don't want to mess up turn 3 and just like not turn or something. Because he like we got in the truck. Ooh, dang. Sounds like some It sounds like he seriously did mess up then. My question today is, what is your favorite moment in life? Real talk. Like as much as I would love to joke around and just be like, oh, Chase Elliott winning the championship. Real talk, though, actually me getting my master's. Like, to me, it's such an achievement. It's the first time in my most recent family that has happened. So getting a master's is actually really special to me, which is kind of goes hand in hand with like what's the most insulting thing that can be done to you? Well, a person questioning that you actually have your master's, you know. So that all jokes aside, you know, that is real talk. My most favorite moment in life for me. Unless you're talking about just in general, like as a concept, what's your favorite moment of life, and then that's a different answer by itself. But I'm assuming you're talking about what's your favorite moment in my life. That's my answer.
Left side.
Hello, Ryan Sieg. Man, like I said, Chad, I am really good on the short runs, but I am booty in I just forgot to get on the gas right there. I am booty in the long runs. What up, Gigamax? How you doing today?
Just ahead.
What's my favorite moment in life? Not spinning my. I need to fit this time.
Fuel's gotta be low, driver. Let's spin this lap.
There we go.
Back it down.
That's how we are actually able to do that. No, yeah, I guess a can and a half it is. Yeah, long time no see, man. What have you been up to? Yeah, my favorite moment in life is not streaming for you guys. No, that's absolutely not the right thing. As I look and see, I think the other guys took 2, but I could be mistaken on that. What if I get turned going onto pit road? Then, as long as if I pass that line, it takes control.
Get after it now. You're clear.
But if I don't, then I just go on the pit road and a caution will come out. Right now, so your favorite moment in life is catching biggest bass of the year. Hello, someone died over here. Is that it? Oh man, you gotta feel for Joe Graff Jr. Not really. Took Greg Golding's ride. Busy with work, life's still trucking along, everything's all good. Well, dang, that's awesome, man. Unless you mean that's like a bad, oh yeah, life's trucking, you know, Because sometimes when people say that, it's like, oh, you know, we're just trucking along, you know, just taking it one day at a time.
Still there.
There goes
Any car just
Danny
ahead.
H, as well as Timmy H.
Nobody out back.
But no, I'm glad you're here, Game Max. Like I said, it's been a while. It's been a hot second. Theoretically, if Bubba Wallace took the cutoff, man, if I was thinking the infield at Texas and pin his box, he would have been penalized. Oh yeah, because you're not supposed to cut the track in order to go to your box. You might have Mr. Joey fan, and I haven't seen him in a while. He works a lot. He usually is during his job whenever I stream, because I also stream so late. Because think about it, it's what, 1:10 in the morning right now for me, my time. He's probably sleeping. My favorite moment in his life is getting a '67 Mustang to work on. Dang. You know, do you know how many people's dream car that is to have a '67 Mustang? No, sir. I think the last time I was on, life was tougher. Divorce is finalized. I'm free. New chapter. Oh, dang. Sounds like you and I need to go to the bar then. See what kind of fish there are in the sea. But yeah, so but no, like I said, yeah, I was like, we're super mad when he said that. I'm just like, bitch, is you serious right now?
All clear, no pressure from behind.
Gonna insult my entire educational career by basically just like, no, you don't have your master's. I'm just like,
Keep it up. That was your best lap ever.
an idea to go to the bar at 1:10. And, hey, you know what? It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Yeah, 5 o'clock in the morning. God, what's another pickup line that you guys can think of? God, Neil just downloaded Tinder. Dang, I remember when I downloaded Tinder, I put up the cringiest profile pic I ever could. It was at the time I was working at a pizza place, and it was me doing like that aerobic and like doing an aerobic stretch. But the thing is, I was like 260 pounds, and I just did not look good. Guys, did you know that in the time, in just a matter of like 3 months, I've lost 30 pounds? I mean, I know you guys can't physically look at me, but I have lost 30 pounds in like the past 3 months, and I'm just like, dang, that's awesome. Not to pat myself on the back, but I'm totally gonna pat myself on the back here. Get a face cam? Dude. Eventually, that is on my list of things to do. I know I need to get a face cam at some point, so, but the thing is, like, I feel like since I only race, only stream racing games, like, where would I put it? Like, where would I even put this, this face cam? Like, I could put it over the, I mean, I guess I could probably put it over the, how fast we're going, you know? I mean, we could probably put it there, like, because you don't need to see that we're going, like, 190 right now. Because you also don't want to block the little box that comes up telling you like halfway to go. Dude, that's another thing that actually like irks me is the people that like streams that have too many overlays, you know, that have like, you know, follow, like here's my social media outlets, like they have like this small little box that has like an actual gameplay that is being put up, and everything else, literally every other corner is like, oh yeah, here's my media plugs. Here is a shout out box. Here is this and that and the other thing. Here is my daily shower schedule, you know, just stuff like weird. Like, we don't need to see that. You know, I'm here to watch the game. I'm here to watch, I don't know, Sonic color speed run, any percent, you know. Dang.
Car there on the outside.
Gigamax says, I got divorced, I was 215 in May, down to 189 now. I drank way too much after first, traded
Careful, still there.
trade drinking for running. Dang, you know, congrats Gigamax. I mean, that's never easy, you know? Like, losing any weight, and I know it was through extenuating circumstances, but, like, still, congrats, though. Again, and also sorry about the divorce. I think I said that originally when it happened, but I still want to extend that again.
10 solid laps. Concentrate.
Well, glad to hear about the weight loss. Sorry to hear about the divorce. I think that's what some people are meaning to say. Kid saying I'm starting a SEAL Team 6 workout? Dang, what is that exactly? I don't actually know what that is.
All clear.
Like, I've heard of it before, but, like, I won't be able to say, like, what exactly that is. Oh wow, dang, we have less than 10 to go. Holy God, is there anyone behind us?
By itself.
Oh dang, Jace, calm down. God, I can't remember the last time I actually... like, I remember when I was at, like, the top of my weight class, or the heaviest I've ever been. I remember, like, eating out, like, every day. Oh my God, I don't miss that now. It's all about home-cooked meals. That is where a lot of your weight loss starts right there, is just eating out less. Look up the Scrapper. I almost said Scraper, that's not right. It's an old school MMA. I didn't like it a few days. It felt like I was in a car accident. Oof. But hey, if it gets results, it gets results, you know? Lots of running, push-ups, sit-ups, swimming, biking, weighted gloves, and shadow boxing. Dang, when are you starting this? That sounds hardcore, man. I don't. You know what? Like, congrats for you to doing that, because like I definitely wouldn't be able to do that. I'm too much of a wimp in order to do that. Yes, eating out is horrible. I eat and cook at home. Exactly. Like, that is like, I feel like, honestly, if you guys ever seen like the documentary Super Size Me, that is literally the best representation of what eating out can do. Next week, well, hey, you know what? Hats off to you, man. I definitely wouldn't be able to do that. I'm trying to block Chase Briscoe, and it is just not working. It is not working. Trying to get chiseling. Oh yeah, it's also super expensive. I feel like there's gonna be a late race caution, chat. I have a feeling in my bones. Kid says I'm 163 right now. Let's see how far I go down. Well, are you trying to get it for? You said you're trying to get it for muscle tone, right? What's your I almost said appetite. What's your diet like that though? Because I feel like with all that, you're gonna need a lot of protein in order to kind of build up the muscle. If you want to get chiseled, you know. Because you don't want to be just burning the fat and just not building up anything, you know. Because like the weirdest thing that I remember when I like again like I'm not like a health nut by any stretch of the imagination. I'm not gonna repeat that sentence for obvious reasons, but that is funny. gotta get back to it. Single and ready to mingle. But like I said, I feel like having like when I first started losing weight, and again, I'm not like a health nut or anything like that. Just the job I work at, like, just naturally allows me to lose weight. Like I strangely gained pounds, and that's because I was building up muscle. You know, COVID makes it difficult. Oh, tell me about it. Tell me about it. Preach, brother. At this point, I feel like I'm just kind of pointing out my experiences. Yeah, I started gaining weight. I'm just like, oh my god, what the heck? What the heck? What the heck is going on here? I'm gaining weight. I thought I would be losing. And turns out that like after like a couple weeks, that's when I really started to lose weight because all that fat, I was building up muscle. I think I even, I don't know if TA's still here. I think he was around telling me about this when I was first going through it. He was just like, oh, you're building a muscle. I'm just like, oh yeah, I probably am actually. Muscle weighs more than fat. Exactly. And I mean, obviously, I figured that out eventually. But it's just the fact of the matter that, you know, we go to 3 months later, and God, I still look like a bloated potato. But dang, I'm 30 pounds lighter. You know, and kudos to everyone that goes to the gym regularly. Oh my God, you guys have more dedication than I do. I consider myself lucky enough to have a job where I can do that. All right, I'll take a P5. I signed up for all sorts of apps. They are a joke. They want to send you gift cards or yeah, nope. That's how they get you. Their Gigamags. I'm trying to get ready for college. I'm not exactly the most good-looking guy, so I figured I'd have a good body. Hey, you know what? I like where your mind's at. You know, if you got to improve yourself, and definitely that's a lot better attitude than I had going into college. So Harrison Burton, of all people, wins by a whopping 6 seconds, too. And then another 6 seconds from Ross to Brandon Jones. And then another 6 seconds to Chase Briscoe and then myself. Okay, wow, okay. Hey, can't say we're inconsistent here. Oh, man, if we did have a late race caution, we actually probably could have pit there and maybe even could have won this race. But you know what? Sometimes it happens. Oh my God, hiccups. Oh, professional commentary. Sorry about that, chat. I'm sorry, like, I'm sure that's not something that you guys wanted to hear. Oh, Kid Gaming, whoa, gifted another tier 1 sub. That's 6 gifted subs so far. Welcome back to the Sub Club Gigamags. Let's see here. So yeah, going through the rest of the race results, a lot of actually interesting names up here. Like we have Daniel Hemrick and Justin Haley all the way down below where they actually should. Michael Annett, obviously our main championship rival, being down in 36, dead last as we get a top 5 out of this race. Hey, I'm not complaining because it'd be like that sometimes. Okay, all right, I'll take it. What are the points looking like? Again, This is not how, like, if we were to, like I said, take away all of my, if I were to just totally turn off my system and then turn it back on, the points would essentially, it would say that we have to redo this race. It's weird. My game's glitched. I hate it, but we have to deal with it. But so essentially, this is what the points. Okay, cool. All right, 25 points gap over Austin Centric. You know what? I'll take that. I'll take that. I forgot how nice this game looks. It does actually. It does actually look really nice. You know what looks really nice though? Apparently, I haven't seen it yet, but I've seen gameplay. I haven't played it. That's what I meant to say. But I've seen gameplay videos. The Miles Morales game. Oh my god, that looks sexy. But yeah, you know what? I'll take it. I'll take it. Am I planning on getting a PS5? Yes, eventually. I don't know when. I'm saving up currently. I'm saving up for one. Hopefully I will be getting it within at least February. I would say at least February. Oh god, we're going to Iowa next? Ugh. But you know what? We go in with a good old point lead, so I'm okay with that. So yeah, chat. Here is the settings I was running with. As we get to wind down the stream, I'd like to just give, you know, I think we've had a good couple streams. I feel like, and I don't mean this as a knock against myself, but I totally mean this as a knock against myself. I know I don't bring the best of energy sometimes to a stream. I want to apologize for that, but I feel like these past couple streams have been super good. We've had good finishes, and we've had good conversations, and my energy's been up. I just want to apologize. I feel sometimes, like, I get definitely... I get worn out from work because, you know, working a full-time job. It does. And then coming home to do adult stuff, and then not like that. But coming home to do adult stuff, you know, pay bills, grocery shop, do errands and all this, and then get online and stream, it kind of takes away your energy. I'm getting old, you know? My energy is starting to die a little bit. So I wanted to apologize for the lack of energy in some iterations of my streams, but I feel like we have turned a new leaf, and I'm starting to figure some stuff out. I'm starting to get a little bit of that energy back.